Hey, it's time for this week's edition of On This Day. We're outside where Georgie's getting some tummy time on the lawn. So today we're going to talk about an event that happened a couple days away, September 27th of 1903, and this is commonly known as the wreck of the Old 97. Now, the Old 97, well, was not an airplane, it was a train, and it was a mail car carrying mail. And the train's name was actually the Fast Mail, but actually got called by its number, the 97, very often. Now, this train had a reputation for always being on time. No matter the weather, no matter what was going on, it was always on time. And you can imagine the pressure to maintain that reputation. Yes, you can also imagine people wanting to make sure it kept their reputation, because you don't like it if your Amazon orders are late, or if your train, your plane is delayed if you're going on vacation. So the engineer of this train, Steve Brody, had a lot of pressure to maintain the schedule of this train. Well, it was traveling from Monroe, Virginia to Spencer, North Carolina. And if you learn about the whole story, you can learn about that it was a very dangerous trek. There was a lot of steep hills, sharp turns. So when it's speeding, it was dangerous. But unfortunately, speeding led to it derailing. And not only did it derail, but as you can see in this image here that was taken a couple days after, it fell off a bridge. There were 18 people on board, being the people that worked with the mail operations and the operation of the train. Of them, 11 died. About 8 of them died instantly, so many more of them suffered. 7 of them did survive, but they were injured. Interestingly enough, many of the people that did survive did so by jumping off right before it derailed, knowing it was sort of going to derail. So, just so you know, also, many of the cars were wooden back then, and so the firefighters, were putting it out, but that wood burns very quickly. Also, many of the mail was lost. So, little media, pop culture trivia for you. There are actually several songs. Yeah, the trains sound cool, the planes sound cool. Get them confused now. There's a lot of pop culture songs, folk songs at the time about the Old 97. Here's an example of one. It was first made by Woodie Guthrie. It was also sung by Johnny Cash. That's my preferred version. So put the wreck of the Old 97 on your Spotify playlist today. Check it out. But for your map, we already have where, let me move this. We already have where Massachusetts should be on your map already. That should be letter A. Today you're doing letter B, which is Virginia. Ooh, Georgie is fascinated by this. Georgie, is this a fascinating topic? Yes. Danville is this red thing here. It's right on the border. So it's very close to North Carolina, but it's still Virginia. So make sure you have your timeline, the chart where you explain the significance, and also the map filled out for today if you're doing this along with us in class. All right, let's see what we'll learn about next week.